Hello, guys, welcome to the Emperor's Farm. There's a platform where you learn about agriculture, livestock, business, investment tips, all you need to know about farms and how to make a farm a great one. I'm your host, the Emperor, and today we're going to be talking about siting. Siting in the case that how to get site, how to go about siting, how to go about preparation of your site to get an effective and efficient use of your land and all the variables that will be needed in the future. So don't forget to don't forget to stay to the end because you're going to get a bonus video on the last tip to do. So let's jump into it. First, let's talk about siting. Siting is a very important part of your business because it's a place where your business is going to be going in, as a place where you're going to run your business on a consistent basis. So you're going to make it as lively and as important and comfortable as possible. So first things first, to get your site, if you honestly don't have a site, as some of us don't have a site already, if you look around you, there's always a site to be used. Your family can own a site, you can even have a land. When I'm inside, we don't have a land. You can have a land that you could always use. So if you don't have a land and you're thinking, how do I get a land? How do I go about it? There are people that have lands that could rent for you. You could even speak to an agent, for a fee. They could always get you a land, specifically what you want. You could tell them they could get you a land. Some are fenced, some are not. Regardless of what you get, just make sure your land, like I said in my previous video, the land should be motorable. It should be a place where cars can come in and go out easily. The run must not be an A grade. The road must not be an A grade road. It may not be tied and all of that. But it should be proper. It should be a land that can be used. Cars coming and going easily. So I shouldn't deal on that. It has been addressed in my previous video. The link is in my description, so you could always check. So the land that is motorable, the land should be well prepared and should not be far from the major road that cars come in. So that's all about land. So you can speak to an agent, like I said before. You can always talk to them. They get you a land and what you need, and you guys can come about the figure. But pricing of a land or of a rental property, renting a land, the cost shouldn't be too high. You should know what your annual income is, so you should know how much it will cost annually. You can't be earning like 100,000, for example, or $1,000 or 500,000 at the end of the year, and you're going to pay a land of 300,000 per year. It's not possible. Land should exceed 50,000, 80 maximum. The 80 is even still too high. So that is all about land. The second point is the preparation of the site. Talk about how you get a site and how you know the right site for you. Now we go about clearing. There are some lands you get, it is still very bushy, so you have to make sure you clear to the barest. You should uproot, not even just brush while clearing. You should make sure the land is smooth and clear. You're saying the soil. That is the idea. Don't clear and leave grasses and think, okay, it's conducive. Anything can hide in under, and hurt you anytime you come to the farm. So should clear to the end. The land should be properly cleared and smooth, and you are seeing the soil, so that is all about clear. Now, and number 3, fencing. Your land should be fenced. If you're lucky enough, your agent is able to find you a land that is fenced for a good fee, but if not, you're going to have to fence. There are different types of fencing. You could get an iron fence. You could always get a block fence. The block fence are very expensive. If you get an iron fence, you can get a zinc fence. That you have to use wood and zinc to construct. They are all good and have different degrees of strength to the fencing. You could always get a security definitely that will just, like those fences most of the time are just to prevent an easy access to it, to your farm. So the security is going to be there to manage all of that. The fencing should be good, and when fencing, the pillars in between fence should be short. What that means is, if I'm putting a pillar in point A and I'm running the zinc, the next point should not be more than 3 feet or 4 feet maximum. It should not be more than 4 feet in the next point that you are putting your rod. You don't put one pillar here, like one iron or one wood in the case of zinc fencing, and the next place will be like 6 feet. It will not have the strength required. So it should be short. That makes it stiff and it runs down to the soil. Cement can be used to hold it firm under the soil. So it makes it strong in case of as against winds and rain, because a whole of that is going to be hitting on the fence and it should be able to hold. You don't want to go home and come back the next day and your fence has fallen. Your farm is exposed to the general public. It's against theft and all of that. So the fencing should be done properly. It should be short in the gaps between pillars. What pillars means now I've explained before. So it should be short between pillars. So that is all about fencing. Now after the fencing, the next thing you're going to be doing, you're going to spray. Many farmers don't understand this part, so don't even go as much as it. Your safety is paramount. You are the leader of the pack. You are the leader of the farm, and God forbid something shouldn't happen to you, the farm will go down. That is the truth. Literally, it will go down. You're just starting. You don't have a lot of stars that will pick up from where you stop. So anything happens to you, if you're sick, you get hot, that has to be stopped for a while. So what that means is you should probably spray the land. You can spray for grasses first. Spray for grass. There are different chemicals these days that can be used. There's some called approach. There's some called. There are so many names. Will be listed in the description box side of this video. You could always get a whole lot of chemicals, then you spray. Then you allow the grass die. While you're spraying, it has been cleared before, yes, it has been cleared to the soil, but you have to also spray the earth to kill the remaining roots of the grasses that are under. But most of the time, after spraying a couple of times, the more you keep working on it and ponds are resting on it, automatically the grasses will have to die because there is no photosynthesis to the grass, so they will have to die out of sunlight. But you have to continue to spray. And after spraying for the grass, you give yourself like 3 weeks to 1 month. You are supposed to spray for reptiles. You spray for snakes, scorpions, and all of that. That is very important. You have to spray for that to drive away snakes, because it's an empty land. It's a land where nobody has accessed for a while. Believe me, there are snakes, scorpions, and a whole lot of reptiles and a whole lot of things that are there. So you should spray for those things, so they will have to leave, or some chemicals will have to even kill them. So you could always come in, because there are times you work in the farm at night. That's the truth. There are times some work will require you to be there at night or to come very early in the morning. There are times you are making sales. You have to be there very early in the morning to start changing your water or to reduce your water before the buyers come. You don't want to step on top of a snake or a scorpion or anything and get bitten. So you make sure you spray, and that spray is not going to be done once. You spray periodically, like 6 months, 4 months. Continue to spray at least till the place gets normalized. That's all about spraying. Now, the next step, you have to fill the soil. When I mean filling the earth, not this is optional to different lands. There are some lands that are really bad. There are some that is foundation. You have to, like in my case, I had to break the foundation. There were a whole lot of stones, and the whole land was really out of shape. So what you do is, if your land is proper, you don't even have to fill it up. If your land, there are stones and a whole lot of things, and it's hard to remove the stones because of under the ground and all of that. So what do? You have to get a trip of sand. I don't know how much that goes for now. You could always ask around. Then you fill the earth, you fill the ground to the level you want. At least the ground should be smooth and straight. So you fill it up, then you fill the earth and it becomes proper. Now when filling also, this is a trick to this. When filling, make sure the land is slightly sloped. What that means is it should be slightly sloped, not very sloped like this. They should be slightly sloped. What that means is, as it's sloping to where your outlet is going to be when we get to where you are laying your ponds. So it should be slightly sloped. So when you put your ponds and there is water and you are by draining, most of the water should be able to empty. If it is done improperly, when you drain, you still have a lot of water and it can no longer drain. This is all about science. So it should be slightly sloped, so the water can always push to where your outlet is. And when you open for draining, you should be able to drain easily. Now for the bonus tip I promised earlier, you have to lay a spot. What people make mistake, they just lay their ponds and there are no spots. There should be a spot in the farm close to each pond or close to a particular place where all ponds can easily access. That is a place where you sell your fishes. That's the place where you're going to put chairs. That's the place where you're going to put your scale and your rubbers, and where you market your agents for selling your fish, or you for yourself and your rubbers, and the buyers are going to be. That's where you all congregate to transact. You don't want a point where there are no space, they cannot even carry rubber out of the farm, because everywhere is jam-packed. So it should just have a space where you sell and where you transact your business. So guys, this is the end of the video. I hope it was educative as usual. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, don't forget to share, so people can always get this information and it can rank well. At least people should learn from whatever feed and whatever place they may be. So thanks, have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.